YouTube world, back at it once again since the Classic 8. Have a lot of things to talk about in this video since I haven't done one in a while. So I got things from WWE, ROH, and TNA I want to talk about. So I'm going to start off with WWE. First things first, just what was it, the Sunday before last, we had Elimination Chamber. And I thought Elimination Chamber was a really good pay-per-view. I really enjoyed it. The SmackDown Chamber was really good, much better than I expected it would be. A lot of people, they crapped on it before they even saw it, and then, when they announced Big Show in the match, they crapped on it even more. And I thought, you got Edge, you got Ray in there, I thought, with them two in there, and then the other guys, it'll be a decent match, but it turned out to be a really good match. I really enjoyed it. Alberto Del Rio and Kofi Kingston, they had a good opener in there. I think they had a tag team match that I don't care about. The Raw Chamber was really good as well. Of course, we all knew John Cena was going to win, so he's going to face The Miz. Miz had a match with Jerry the King Lawler, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it could have gone a little bit longer and saw some more involvement with Cole, but I thought it was a really good match. I really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't want to see that, but hey, it's something different, I guess you could say. But I've been enjoying the stuff with Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole, just because everyone hates Cole, and I do too, because he sucks. But yeah, it was a really good pay-per-view. Definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. What else I want to talk about? Oh, this big debate going on. Well, I wouldn't say it's even a debate. Most people are on one side. The whole Triple H and Undertaker thing. Just last week, Undertaker, of course, the 22111 promo, which people are giving me crap about. I never said it was officially Sting. I just wanted it to be, but of course, it turned out to be the Undertaker. He comes out and he's doing his big return, and then as he's doing it, Triple H comes out, and then they look at the WrestleMania sign and pretty much got ourselves the WrestleMania main event with Triple H and Undertaker. And a lot of people are crapping on this match for some reason. I think. And I'm really looking forward to it. Only because I know this is going to be well, maybe not Undertaker, but definitely like Triple H's last big match. And, just looking at the WrestleMania card, you got some decent matches on there, but I want something that really stands out that, I'm going to talk about, after the night is over. And, the show didn't have that. I'll go in a second, but the show never had that. And, obviously I want to see Sting and Undertaker. That didn't happen. A couple months ago, I made the video that they needed to do Undertaker versus John Cena. That didn't happen. So there's really no other person you can put in there with them. I know talks of Kane happen, and hell no, I don't want to see Kane. And it said Wade Barrett, and I'm just not fond of that either. The reason I like the Triple H thing is we all know Undertaker is like beat up. Like, he is almost done. Like, his shoulder's all messed up and everything. And there's not too many guys. There's very, very little guys. I know I sound like Triple H here, but there's very little guys on the roster that can actually carry Undertaker, and that sounds funny, but carry him through a good match, with him being injured and all. And I think Triple H is the person that can do that. And then you might have involvement with Shawn Michaels, and that should be good. But a lot of people were upset that, when these two came back, that they just jumped right into this match and didn't have an explanation of why Triple H was gone. Well, we all knew why he was gone, but why, they didn't go after the people that took them out. Undertaker didn't go after Nexus. Triple H didn't go after Sheamus, even though we saw that this past Monday. I can somewhat agree. They could have kind of spaced this out and been able to take care of it. But honestly, I mean, you saw what happened to Sheamus. Sheamus he's done. And then, you have the whole Nexus or Core or whoever you want to call them. They're going off with Big Show. So I really don't see too big of a problem with it, honestly. We all know what happened. So, it's not much to get into a debate about. Just, it is what it is. This is the WWE, they're going to do stupid things like this from time to time. Like I said, I really want to see a big time match. The past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, we've seen big time matches, whether it be Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, or Floyd Mayweather and Big Show, or the Battle of the Billionaires. No matter how stupid it is, we've always seen a big time match. And This year you don't have that, and I'm kind of glad they're doing Triple H and Undertaker because I feel that will be a big time match, and I think it's going to be better than most people will expect it to be. So I'm looking forward to that. The other thing about WrestleMania I'm looking forward to is the confrontation that's been going on with The Rock and John Cena. Obviously, The Rock came back a couple weeks ago. It was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The week after, which was not this past Monday, but the Monday before, John Cena entered back. He broke out of the shell and became old Cena and did a rap, and the rap was awesome. I know if some of you saw True Slayer's video, he mentioned how excited I was when John Cena came out there, and I just been loving these two guys. You know, it's only been a few weeks, but just the fact that they're going back and forth, and it's going to lead to something. Obviously, I want to see it lead to a match, but you know, a stare down, a confrontation, whatever happens, it's going to lead to something. I'm really excited to see what happens. Just this past week, Rock did his promo. I was, you know, people were crapping on it because it was via satellite. We all knew when Rock came back that he wasn't going to show up at every Raw. You know, even if he said, you know, I'm never ever going away, we all knew what it was. So there's no point in getting upset about it. People said the promo was weak and everything, and that just goes to show you how good his first promo when he came back was. That promo was so good that people called Monday's promo terrible, and you know, you look back at it, it was a great promo. He showed compassion, and he was intense about showing people how much he loved the WWE, and you know, he threw that line in there about Cena about the yabba dabba bitch, which I howled over. But yeah, I've really been enjoying this. They've been going, they've been taking shots at each other on Twitter. Really enjoying this. Can't wait to see what the payoff is. Like I said, maybe they'll build to a match at next year's WrestleMania. I think they could, you know, if they do it right, you can do a year-long build. You know, you don't have to do it like every month and, you know, just keep building it. But just, you know, over time, you know, mention it here and there. And then, you know, maybe do something at SummerSlam that, you know, will lead to the match or something. It can be done. And I'm hoping that they do it. But whatever we get from them, I'll be excited about. We're also getting Steve Austin at WrestleMania, which would be cool to see. Maybe they'll do something with Rock and Austin. That would be fantastic. I'd love to see that. But speaking of WrestleMania, they do have a few matches on there. Edge versus Alberto Del Rio. I think that'd be a good match. Would love to see if they added Christian. I haven't watched SmackDown in a few weeks. I don't know what they're doing with that, but would love to see if they added Christian there for a triple threat, or maybe even a four-way with Dolph Ziggler. But either way, if they just do this match, it'll be a good match. You have, of course, like I said, Triple H versus Undertaker. They'll probably throw in Shawn Michaels, but we'll see. Miz versus John Cena. It is what it is. I'm not really looking forward to this match. I'm looking forward to Cena's entrance. I'm looking forward to seeing Cena win the belt if he does. But that's about it. Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole. This is the most interesting feud going into WrestleMania, which is hilarious. Like the biggest feud you have is with announcers, but it's interesting what they're doing with it, and I'm not excited, but I'm intrigued. I'm interested to see what they do with it. Of course, the match will be terrible, and Cole will probably get knocked out or something, but you know, like I said, it is the most interesting feud they have going into WrestleMania, so we shall see. And then you have Randy Orton versus CM Punk. You know, it'll if they let him go out there and do what they gotta do, like let Orton be, you know, the Orton he can be, and not the Orton he's shown to be for the past 2 or 3 years. I think it could be a really good match. The whole thing, I guess he's taking out the new Nexus one by one. It is what it is, whatever. But I think it'll be a good match. CM Punk, he'll deliver. But those are the matches so far for WrestleMania. I cannot wait. Obviously, I'm going to be down there. It's going to be a very fun weekend. I'll get to that in a second. Next thing I want to talk about is ROH. I got a few messages in my inbox. People asking me why didn't I do the hype video that I usually do for the internet pay-per-views for the 9th anniversary show, which is just this past Saturday. Honestly, up until... Well, I really wasn't. The reason I didn't do a hype video is because if I did one, it will be totally BS. Like, when I do these hype videos, not only am I doing it to hype you guys up and to show people, you know, that there is really good wrestling out there, but I do it because I'm excited and I want to talk about it. And 9th anniversary show, I was not excited for it at all. Yeah, I wanted to see World's Greatest Tag Team and the Briscoes, but it really wasn't something that needed to be talked about. And the main event, well, which didn't turn out to be the main event, it was like the fourth match on the show. Roddy Strong and Homicide. It did not intrigue me at all. All Night Express, even though I love them, we all knew they really didn't have a chance against the Kings. And I don't know, it's just nothing on this show stood out. I was so hyped for Death Before Dishonor just because I knew it was going to be an awesome show, and it really was. And I was so hyped for Glory by Honor because you had the World's Greatest Tag Team coming in there against the Kings of Wrestling, and I was going to be at that show, my first Manhattan show for Ring of Honor, and I was super excited. And then, Final Battle, you had Kevin Steen and El Generico along with, tons of other matches. I was excited for those pay-per-views. Even Final Battle 2009 was the first internet pay-per-view I was excited for. Big Bang, you had that awesome triple threat match for the title. I was excited for these pay-per-views, and the 9th anniversary show I was not excited for, not at all. So I couldn't BS it and do a video. It's just it wouldn't have been right. But anyways, I did watch the pay-per-view. I thought it was pretty good. Nothing outstanding. Probably their second weakest internet pay-per-view. Right above Final Battle 2009. I thought Davey and Colt, they had a pretty decent match. It was something different. Roddy and Homicide, it sucked. I didn't like it at all. They gave the women's match like 3 minutes. Kings versus All Night Express was really good. The ending was kind of weird, but it was still a good match. Chris Daniels versus Eddie Edwards, I thought was the match of the night. They did a really good job. The whole spot with Chris Daniels was nuts when he, bled all over the place. And then you had World's Greatest Tag Team versus the Briscoes. It wasn't the blowaway match that pretty much I expected, but it was still a good contest. One of the best tag team matches I've seen this year. But I would definitely recommend it. It was a good show. It didn't blow me away. And like I said, because I wasn't hyped for it, and even then, it don't have to be hyped to be blown away by a show. It was okay. There's no point in sugarcoating ROH. If people come in here and think that's all I talk about and just praise about them, I'll tell you this: the show was okay. I recommend it, but if you miss it, you're not missing too much. The WrestleMania shows are coming up. Gonna get World's Greatest Tag Team versus Kings of Wrestling. That's crazy. This will be their third match, and this will be the second one I've seen live, which I'll really enjoy. Their WrestleMania shows have always been good. Of course, there's been talks of them possibly bringing in foreign talent. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I'm crossing my fingers, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Would love to see like Marufuji or Kenta or Nakajima or anyone come in here, like the Noah guys and everything. I think that will really put a stamp on how special their WrestleMania weekend shows are. Both of them are going to be on Go Fight Live, which I think is a really good deal. $14.95 for both of them. If you buy both of them, you can buy like a combo deal. It's only $20, so $10 per show? That's a really good deal. You're saving yourself $10. But yeah, they're going to announce more matches soon, and it'll be really interesting to see what they do because I'm really excited. I'm also going to Dragon Gate USA. I don't know if it's going to be a pay-per-view taping, if they're going to do an internet stream. They shouldn't do an internet stream at all, but it's going to be interesting to see what all happens on WrestleMania weekend. I'm excited. We only got, 29 more days until I leave. I can't wait. Meet everybody again. Well, meet people I haven't seen, see guys I haven't seen in a year or so. It's really going to be fun. Last thing I want to talk about, TNA. Oh, man. Quick notes. Whatever the last pay-per-view was, I think it was Against All Odds. It was alright. The main thing I really loved was that Bully Ray and Brother Devon. The segment at the end of the match was just outstanding. But they've been throwing around the title. Jeff Hardy and Mr. Anderson, and I don't know. They just so weird. I swear this company. I was so close to going to a TNA house show. I was actually gonna go the night of 9th anniversary because I wasn't that hype about it. I was gonna go see a TNA house show. It was like maybe 10 minutes away from here, and the main reason I was gonna see was so I can go see Mickey James, and I can also see Samoa Joe because I haven't seen Samoa Joe wrestle live. And I was really gonna go, but I got caught up with friends and everything. But I was gonna go, but then I found out about something, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, this might be a house show, but there's no way after reading this that I can support the company by giving them my money. This is past Thursday night. You know, they've been uh, advertising this shocking surprise, the biggest shocking surprise of the year. So, like, what, 10:50, I turn on Impact. They're doing Kurt Angle, Mr. Anderson, and RVD, which is a fucking pay-per-view match on TV, but, you know, whatever, that's TNA. Anyway, the match is over, blah, blah, blah. The stuff with Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett has been pretty interesting, too, as well. Anyway, the Taz is like, we got this new footage, blah, blah, blah. So they play the footage. You see Rain. As soon as I saw Rain, I knew exactly what it was. They show Rain, guy with boots and trench coat. It was old stock footage from, like, I want to say, like, No Surrender, or one of the pay-per-views from, like, 2006 or 2007. Old footage. And then, you know, you see the Rain, and they do the little, in the smoky letters, or smoky numbers, 3311. I howled with laughter. A lot of people are getting on TNA because they either, quote-unquote, mocked the WWE or they copied the WWE. Either way, I thought it was funny. This is the best thing TNA, in my opinion, has done since forever. I don't know. I love the fact that they did that. Like I said, if they copied, fine. If they mocked them, hey, whatever. I mean, it's not going to work either way, but the shit was funny. And I died with laughter. It's the best thing they've done in so long. Anyway, it's building up to Sting coming out. Well, I guess it's a spoiler, you know, so if you don't want to hear spoilers, turn the video off. It's building up to Sting. He's coming out. They taped Impact in, like, North Carolina or something like that. Anyway, they do a world title match, Jeff Hardy versus Sting. Sting wins the belt for, like, I don't know how many times. The 3-3-11 shit aside, which I thought was great, the fact that, okay, I can understand you taunting WWE. Or you're not even taunting WWE because they didn't have the plan. You're taunting the fans that thought, you know, Sting may be leaving to go to WWE. The fact that you say, okay, we got him to stay, and I guess, you know, thanks for staying, we're gonna make you champion. Like, what sense does that make? The guy's like 53, something like that. You know, I stopped watching TNA in 2008 when Sting beat Samoa Joe. I did not watch for 1 year. I watched one show, and that was Destination X09. But I did not watch for an entire year. The time I started watching again was when they did the triple threat with Joe Daniels and AJ. A whole year I stopped watching because they made Sting champion. You know, now they do it again. I could care less. I'll watch it to see what I can find good. You know, but most of it is, you know, the pay-per-views have been pretty decent. That Impact show is just atrocious. It's bad every single week. I cannot believe they made Sting champion again. Who cares, though? Anyways, that's been my thoughts on everything. Like I said, I got WrestleMania coming up. That's what I got my eye on. I cannot wait. I'm going to have a blast. And yeah, I should see some good wrestling down there because I definitely want wrestling. Anyways, this is Instant Classic 8. Yeah, peace.